It's market update time. Let's get straight into it. Now, before I do start, guys, this is just general advice only. Do not place a trade based on what you see in this video, because there's so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. You know, there's entry signals, there's trading plan, there's patience, there's waiting for the right setups, there's consistency. There's a lot of different things, right, that goes in good trading. This is just a market update to show you what I'm seeing in the market right now, and that's it. Who knows what's going to happen in the future, but I'm showing you what I'm seeing right now on the charts. Now, before I do start, I am running a live training. This is a live training. I don't normally do live trainings at all, as you guys probably know. So I'm running one this Thursday. It's Australia time, this Thursday at 7:30. So the first link in the description, you go over there, you can actually register for this live training. Come on, hop on live, and you'll be able to see me live, and I'll walk you through an amazing strategy as well too. So click on that link below in the first link in the description, and let's get straight into this market update time. So, market update. What's happened with the Dow Jones and the S&P 500? Well, if we have a closer look at this, let's go to 3-month view. You can see how the Dow Jones has completely broken up to new highs. You know, Monday was pretty much a nothing day, but you can see basically we broke up to new highs and going sideways. And you look at the S&P 500, what's happened with the S&P 500? We actually held this, the 52 moving average, and now we just ran up, again, broke up to new highs. Now, it's really interesting is that going to be a false breakout? Because it ran up and then it just paused there. We didn't actually continue running up. So is that going to be a false breakout? You know, that's yet to be seen. Same with the Nasdaq, but the Nasdaq ultimate high up was up there. So it just a smidge below its actual high point. Now, one thing I want to talk to you guys about is one thing that my mentor always says to me is never trade against the underlying direction of the trend. And so what do you mean by that is that if you're trading a daily chart, so to speak, if you're, for example, if you're trading a daily chart, look at the weekly chart and see where the trend is. So obviously for the last whatever months, right, since 2016, the trend has been where? The trend has been up, right? So if the trend is up, the only signals that you'll be looking to take ever since the start of 2016, the only entry signals you'll be looking to take on the daily chart were bullish only. And that's actually something that I just find so powerful, is just following that. So wherever the trend is, so if the weekly trend is been stair-stepping up, so this whole stair-stepping up, if the weekly trend is up, then you'll only be looking for long signals. If the weekly trend is down, you're only looking for short signals because you're going with the trend. Who's in control? And trade with the trend. So as you can see, all of these. Can I get my? Oh, look at that. The pen works. Cool. Let's see here. So all of these pull back through here, pull back through here, pull back through there, pull back through there. I think a lot of people would have been trying to short it. And they just would have got their heads handed to them. You know, if I actually squeeze this up since actual 2016, you can actually see this is the bottom 2016. Since 2016, we've been stepping up, right? This was the pullback here. This was the pullback here. This was a pullback here. This was a pullback here, pullback here, and pullback here. But if you look at that, if you look at the reason why it's important to understand this is, as you can see, when you try to go short, when you try to short the market, when the overall trend is up, it generally goes down a little bit and to sideways. So it doesn't really get a big move, does it? The move doesn't really go much. But as you can see, that the biggest moves have been with the underlying direction of the actual trend. So there's a little tip for you guys. Whenever you are trading, and something that I use in my own trading, whenever you are trading, use the underlying direction of the trend and only use that for your entry signals. So the weekly trend is up. So on the daily, I'm only looking for entry signals. And you can see every time you try to go short in the past, it went down a little bit, but didn't really have a lot of moves. The powerful, big, long-term moves were with the underlying direction of the trend. So even just recently, you know, by looking at this market through here, you can actually see that, let's bring up the red pen again here, you actually can see that these pullbacks here weren't really strong at all, right? These little pullbacks here, they're very, very faint. Again, the biggest moves out of all of these here have been with the underlying direction of the trend. So who's in control and trade with the trend has been the most powerful thing that my mentor has taught me. Who's in control? But simply by looking at the peaks and troughs. Who's in control? High peaks, high trough. Buyers in control. Lower peaks, lower troughs. Sellers in control. So who's in control? We want to trade with them first, but also trade with the underlying direction of the trend. The weekly trend has been up, so therefore there is no need to go against that. And every time, and I promise you, every time that Mr. Bopoli or someone else has called a top in, you know, the market just kept pushing up, kept pushing high, and it just sucks people in. Look at, you see this, look at that big down bar through there. Big down bar, sucked people in and then whoosh, straight back up. It sucks people in all the time. Trade with the trend. My mentor gets a 90% win-loss ratio. And I've noticed with my own trading, when I stick to that rule and I look for very good clear setups and I trade with the trend, I also get a high 90% win-loss ratio as well too. So make sure you use that within your trading, and that's actually in line with what's happening right now. So yes, this could actually be a false breakout and we can start breaking down. No one knows on the short term, but as long as that weekly trend keeps pushing higher and higher and higher, then there is no need to be looking at short signals. If you're a day trader, man, you're getting in and getting out in the same day, then that's different. If you're a scalper, that's different. I'm talking about if you're looking to buy and hold for like a couple of weeks to a month or more, or maybe a minimum of a couple of days to a month or so. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, that's a little tip for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tip, and there's a little market update for you guys. Let's have a quick look at silver and gold. Pretty much nothing much is happening with silver and gold. You can see silver has actually found a little support here, but as you can see, this here on silver was there. That was what is that? This here is the lower peak. So if we're looking at the trend, who's in control? Who's in control of the silver right now? Sellers, right? So don't go against that. Don't be trying to buy this right now because it's, yes, you could be right, but more times than wrong, more times than wrong. You're going to be more right than wrong. Same with by looking at gold. Gold, who's in control? More sellers than buyers. So even though we're getting a slight little rally through here, who's more in control? Sellers. More of a downtrend on the daily chart, but who's in control? Lower peaks, lower troughs. Who's in control? Sellers. Don't be trying to buy this right now saying, oh, this is the bottom, we're getting ready to rally up. Don't. Okay, don't. Just as I hope you really enjoyed this session today, guys. As I said before, trade with the trend and who's in control. That's going to give you a much better chance. So if you're trading, say, an hourly chart, look at the 4-hourly chart or the daily chart for the trend. If you're trading a 1-minute chart, look for the 10 or the 15-minute chart for the trend, or the hourly chart for the trend. You know what I mean? Like, look at the next time frame up, somewhere around about there and that's going to give you a much better guidance of getting in, get out, and picking high probability trades for yourself. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. As I said before, make sure you go register for that live event because I'm only doing this once. I don't normally do live events, but there's a live training down there. Click on the link below, go over to the next page, and I look forward to seeing you on the live training. See you guys.